So, I want to tell you a story about a decision, about taking a leap of faith, not having a clue about what you're doing, where you're going, how it's going to work out. I opened a gym in 2013. I was going to make a CrossFit gym. There are obstacles along the way. Local gym, well, I'll say local, 9 miles away. Told some people that you can't have another CrossFit affiliate within 10 miles of one, which was madness because you get them on the same block in America. But it was just scaremongering, stop someone ever trying to open it in my hometown of Redditch. But I opened the gym. The business partner I was with, he wanted to make it bespoke and bougie and the best place ever. Wanted to paint everything amazing, and his words were that what happens when the hot bits of totty from Bannatynes or David Lloyd want to come and they're looking at a dirty ceiling or a dirty skirting board, which I kind of understood. However, that was not what I was aiming for. I just wanted to train people. I knew that there was a way to train people, a way to get people to move, an environment, consistency, and that was more important than the space. It was what the space provided. However, I didn't have a flipping clue about a business, how to run a business, what to do with the business, how to start it. But I did know that I could see it in my head. So when I first started, I didn't have a lot of kit at all. I made my own plywood boxes out of 18mm plywood in the cellar of the house I lived in. Now, because I was being tight, I tried to make them out of one sheet. I had them cut by the machine in B&Q. If you don't know what it does, it cuts them to size. Well, turns out they were too small. So the 24-inch side was tiny and it used to wobble and it was dangerous. So I had to decommission them and give them away, because when someone who's 90 kilo jumps on a 24-inch box that's got a tiny little top, it wobbled a bit and a couple of people fell over on them. However, that was a learning curve. The next bit was I signed the lease. I didn't have any money behind me. I signed the lease for this property. The rent wasn't a lot. It was like a peppercorn rent. It was quite little, but to me at the time it was big. You know, I had to find this money. I had no members. And the biggest thing was I was opening a CrossFit gym and I didn't even have a CrossFit qualification. I booked on and I was due to do my course in November, but I opened the gym in September and I literally knew that I was going on that course and I was going to pass the course. So I started teaching CrossFit before I had a CrossFit qualification. I know all the movements and how to teach them, but I had to go along and tick the boxes. There was always a chance I could fail. I didn't think I'd fail the practical, maybe the theory, and I was pretty quick when I did the theory, and I was pretty quick when I double checked it, and everyone else was still rattling around. But I got up and walked out. Guess what? I passed. Then I went and affiliated, and I had a CrossFit gym. But I knew I was having a CrossFit gym. This was 2013. March 2013, I knew I would have a CrossFit gym that year. Now, reality had to catch up, the peace had to catch up, and it all had to happen. Now, I think I've maybe told 3 people that I didn't have a qualification when I opened for CrossFit. I had other strength and conditioning qualifications, kettlebells, boxing, basic PT course and stuff. But the thing that I wanted to teach and I wanted to work with was CrossFit. So I didn't have that qualification to teach CrossFit when I opened, but I knew I would get it. Reality, again, just had to catch up. And it's quite an apparent story for me, because once you set your mind to something, and I could see it in my mind's eye, and it's all I thought about, I knew full well that's what I was gonna fucking do, that's where I was gonna go, and that's how it was gonna be, and that's what I was gonna achieve. And nothing, really nothing was gonna stop me. Like, nothing. There was no distractions, there was nothing in my way. So, in terms of your thoughts become your actions become your habits become who you are. So you need to guard your thoughts. What is it you think about daily? Or do you not even pay attention to them? Do you just respond to a mental activity that someone cuts you up in a car and you get annoyed and it's just a response? Are you able to maintain some semblance of calm, like when someone annoys you? We all get triggers. like human beings, and we all get triggered. But do you have thoughts? Do you think about things? Or are you just distracted by social media? That's what I want to know, is what are your thoughts? What are you up to? What are you thinking about? Where are you going? I've got one mate, he's desperately thinking about moving home. I spoke to him at Christmas. We had a conversation that we're going to go on holiday, we're going to do all these different things. Guess what? He's moving home now. Buying a house to do it up. Because he thought about it, and it presented itself, and he took the opportunity and grabbed it. It's fucking amazing for him, like buzzing. Another friend of mine, I stood there and we looked at his house. I was like, you should build another house on the side there. It's a piece of land. He's like, what do you think? Yeah, I've got one mate who's an architect round. Didn't really get along with him. Got another mate who's an architect. Didn't do the right plans. So he got someone to do planning for him, to get it through, to get it up himself. But now we're in the process of building him, effectively, another house on the side of his house. And that was, we went through the processes. And that is the same with everything and anything in life. But the biggest thing you think you need to realise is how limited you are. Like, what you think about, what you want is endless. Like, literally endless. Just because someone hasn't done it doesn't mean it can't be done. The Roger Bannister thing, running a 4-minute mile, like, can't run it, and then something like 21 people ran a 4-minute mile the following year after he broke the record in the next 12 months, So your thoughts will compound into your habits, and your habits then will become your actions, and your actions become who you are and your traits and what you're known for. It's what you're thinking about. It's what it is. What are your big things? So I'll tell you what mine is. Mine is to build an absolutely massive community where people support each other and prop each other up and then pull each other up for the greater good. And that is what I am in the process of building now. I can see it in my head, I can see it in my eyes, I've got pictures of what it will look like, I've got a framework for it, and I'm going to do it shortly. But that's what my vision is, a massive community. Globally, it's not local, it's not local to my local area, it's globally, international, and it's going to be fucking huge. And that's what I'm going to achieve. I'm going to build this massive community, and it's going to be for the betterment of everyone inside it. And everyone who comes into contact with it, you may not be a member, you may not join, but if you're in contact with someone who's in it, I bet you want to join. I bet you do. So yeah, just a quick story about how I made a gym from my brain, and I didn't have any qualifications to teach the actual thing, CrossFit, that I wanted to teach. So I do hope you have an amazing Monday, and that was just a short little dip from me. Obviously I'm starting to try and make contact, and I'm building it out, and I will have a rhyme and a reason to it, and I will start to be more direct with the purpose of what I'm talking about. But currently I'm just getting used to talking on the phone and being in front of the camera, something new for me. So yeah, hope you have a wicked Monday, guys, and I'll speak to you all soon.